Welcome to Aspen Heights, the boarding school built on the grounds of a ritualistic genocide, named conveniently off the races involved in the genocide.
Quite frankly, doesn't need to be any more drama around here.
The drama that goes on in this school will lead to at least 100 fan pages on Instagram, and the phrase
my cow's potatoes
is being left on every freaking AGTube video. There are two groups: the Aspens, whose name makes you think of Colorado, who have epic powers that could probably rival Elsa's, and the Hyatts, whose name sounds like a hotel company but is spelled in a way that no one really knows how to spell except for maybe Alexis, who are normal people if you ignore the fact that they're trying to kill their relatives because of a group. Wait, is this Hotel Rwanda? Meets Elite. Melita. A normal orphan teenage girl in foster care who isn't really an orphan since her mother, father, and half-brother are all alive, and isn't really normal either since she seems to be the last surviving person in an entire race. With a name that nobody has ever heard of, but hey, let's all name our Nikki dolls off of her now, who finds herself in a boarding school, which is more like a public school, since I'd imagine a boarding school to have a lot more troubled kids the parents just wanted to get rid of. Or it's Harry Potter, but in this case you have to have a scar to have powers.
You have a scar like Alita too?
Join this Girl of the Year doll on an epic quest to... I don't really know. Commit familicide? Ouch. That's kind of sad, actually. She thinks she's an orphan, alone in the world for like the entire series. Then she finally meets her grandpa, and instead of golfing, eating grandma's cookies, or telling war stories like a kid would expect from a grandparent, he looks like he's about to start a cult meeting and gives her shock therapy so she will tell him her name. This series clearly has a much deeper meaning, but hey, let's ignore the true genius Alexis has put into this and root for her heroine to get married to this guy. Until he makes out with his ex and we all decide we want to stab him in the face. And immediately root for her with the next random guy she meets in the woods.
You're letting this thing kind of take over your life.
Well, it's not like it's her destiny or anything. But hey, he's a prince. Who cares about the actual plot of the story? I mean, don't get me wrong, I ship Kalina just as much as the next fangirl, but we were a little quick to jump on that boat. Then Alita decides to trust a member of the group that wants Alita's race to go extinct. Well, that was stupid. Then she almost goes completely alone to fight her mentally disturbed grandpa, who is also pretty much a bald version of the World War II German dictator with superpowers. But instead her cousin decides to go along too. But cousin doesn't really help at all, almost gets herself killed and kills Alita. Prepare to fangirl cry over the vow pretty much happening in Season 4, but instead of staying by his loved one's side, Callan makes out with the assassin, who has been stalking him ever since her first appearance, knowing that it will give her superpowers. He pretty much just armed her to kill Alita. Marvel at, even though they buried Alita, her mom still somehow has her body outside of the ground. So join this fandom where fangirls will literally ship anyone with anyone. So many ships. Belita, Kalita, Bolivia, Bassie, Kalassi, Brianna, Balin, Viviana, Sethan, Ethia, Alita Dawn. I swear I'm not making these up. Starring a Tithe from Unwind, Grandpa who must not be named, the know-it-all who knows virtually nothing,
I'm a VIP.
Prince Conceited.
Very important prince.
Blonde Donkey. Brunette Regina George. An abundance of Catherines. Blind, scary Dorothy Gale. The AG series that all other AG series will eternally be compared to. If one more person says, "Oh my cow's potatoes," I'm going to scream.
Oh my cow's potatoes. What? Is that not a thing that people say? No, not at all.